Hey guys, welcome to another Cricket Nerd video, and I'm with Sharvesh Rajkumar. And Sarvesh, if you can just like introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Sharvesh Rajkumar. I'm from NC. I'm an opening batsman.
All right, so my first question is like, what inspired you to start playing cricket?
When I was little, I was actually a huge soccer fan. I used to watch a lot of soccer, but then my dad actually played a lot of county cricket in India, and then he moved here and he played a lot of adult league. And then I visited a couple of his games, and then I was drawn to fascination by how fun the game was. And then slowly and steadily, I started watching IPL. And then that's when it really hit me, and then I just wanted to join cricket, and then I started playing for the first couple of months, and was really interested into it, so I just kept going with it.
Okay, and so like, now like, what are some like challenges just playing the game right now?
I feel like some mainly the challenges that we have here is that like we won't sometimes like during like the winter we won't get as much games, and one big issue here is that like we have so many astroturf and concrete wickets here, but we don't have much turf grounds here throughout USA. So I believe that like if we could play more on turf, it could kind of help the players making the shift from astro to turf at a very young age, which could be really helpful going forward into their career.
Um, just like, what do you think is like restricting like us from getting like turf wickets?
I think cricket is a developing thing in the USA, especially with MLC and USA making to Super 8 this year. I think it's a developing thing, and it slowly will get more popularized, and then slowly once you get that, the funds will start coming in so that the grounds will start like it'll be more popular, so people would want to fund it more. There'll be more sponsors, so I feel like more people will be down to like open up like facilities, like make give land away so that they could cricket ground or build a cricket facility to help the community and help USA cricket grow.
Nice. And so like what are just like some opportunities for like cricketers like us, like tournaments or stuff like that?
I think AMLC, American Major League Cricket Association, is a huge opportunity for everyone. I believe since that is one of the mainstream tournaments that's been occurring throughout the age groups, I believe that's a big thing. And also, USA Cricket Pathway has also been doing a great job over the recent years conducting regionals and nationals this year. So I feel like that's a really good thing. Building up to the USA Cricket and the national team, and then further than that, like franchise cricket and stuff like that.
Did you play regionals or nationals?
I did not play regionals and nationals this year. Last year, I made the team, so I played regionals last
So
year.
could you just talk about like how it was playing for it last year then?
Yeah, last year it was a lot of fun. I had Coach Bruce with us. It was a very good NC team. I felt like we did really good. We won two out of our three games, and I felt that it was a very good tournament for us overall, and it was a very good opportunity for us to see the other states like watch them play. Cause like in AMLCA, you might see that some teams are weaker and some teams are stronger. But if you like go to regionals or like nationals, you see that every team has their best playing 11. So you won't see as many weak spots or anything. So like everyone's a good player. So it just overall like rates the competition much higher, which is a really good thing. And I think we did really good that tournament.
Alright, and so like how do you see like cricket growing for us as young cricketers and just for like the national team itself?
I think that cricket's growing like a lot more than it used to, because before like cricket was very like not much heard of, like when I was in elementary school and everything. But now it's been a much bigger thing, especially USA making it to Super 8s. As I said before, they qualified for the T20 World Cup. That's going to become the next edition of the T20 World Cup, which is a huge thing. And it gives a huge opportunity too. And our under 19 team has been performing well recently. Our women's team has also been doing really good. So I feel like us as young players have been having a good pathway so that we could follow them and have the platform set for us already, so that we could go out there and just perform and just do the best as we can as a nation.
Right. And then so like So obviously, like along with cricket, there's other stuff you gotta do, like school and other like curriculars. So just like, how do you like balance all those stuff?
Um, to manage studies in cricket, you there's eventually sacrifices that you're gonna have to make on either side. So there might be like certain things that you have to. It's just about organization, how you organize your time and get into it. As a high schooler, I could say that it surely is difficult for taking a lot of hard classes at school, and you want to be a really good cricketer, and you're trying to play a lot of more tournaments, get into practicing and doing all that. It's very difficult, but it's just about how you manage your time, and you just make sure that every minute and every second is worth it. So that you could train each and every second. You don't waste anything because like time is very big. You might be able to like earn money back, but you can't earn time back.
Right. And so like my next questions are more about like just like USA cricket. And so like what do you think like some steps that are being taken currently right now to like make cricket more popular and accessible in the US?
I believe the as I told you, the U.S. cricket junior pathway has been a big thing, and I feel that now like more broadcasting has been going on throughout the USA. And since the T20 World Cup also occurred in the USA with a lot more stadiums coming in, like the New York Stadium and the Dallas was more widespread, also along with that MLC grounds too. So all of these grounds are coming in, and slowly and steadily, the people of USA are kind of realizing that cricket's also a mainstream sport. And I believe that the people in USA understand that it could be converted, like cricket can be a huge thing, and it could impact the society very hugely. So I believe that they're taking steps towards it slowly and steadily, but we can't all expect like it all in one time. It's just a process that we all have to follow.
Right. And so I know you've been mentioning like you've mentioned MLC once, you've been mentioning like, the World Cup, and could you just like how is like that like having like more growth for us popularity and as long as just like a reason for like USA cricket to improve like how things are going currently.
Could you repeat the question for a second?
Yeah. So you stated about like MLC and the World Cup, and so I just want to like know like how is that like growing the sport more and like making like USA cricket like sp- like wait hold up I messed up. Yeah. So like so you mentioned the World Cup and MLC, and so like how is that just like growing the sport here as like a mainstream sport as long as just popularity.
And I think MLC has been doing a great job. And being from NC here, I live right next to Church Street, so it's been a huge thing having a lot of players and having a lot of local players here too that haven't been a part of the US squad. Like Sanjay Krishnamurti was a huge find in the MLC. He's been a huge addition to the men's squad recently, and I believe he's a very good player. Just like that, players slowly and steadily like learn into that platform, get into franchise cricket a little bit more, and it's been a huge thing. I think MLC has done a very very good job. They've organized it perfectly, but more hopefully as we go on, we could have more grounds, more games, and which would be so much better because I feel like MLC has been very popular. Has been streamed across the world, and I believe people also enjoy watching it too. And USA Cricket has been growing because of MLC because having MLC in everyone just shows up a lot of young talent in the around the area, and it also helps people understand the game, and it just helps the entire community and the society as well.
And so how does like USA how does the US cricket board like support young cricketers?
I believe like having a lot of camps, like having giving a lot of funds to facilities and like allowing cricket to grow more. USA Cricket has been doing a great job, like um, make creating tournaments, like doing all of that. Like the U.S. cricket pathway, for example, has been a huge thing. It's helped mainstream a lot of youth talent, and also in like rural areas or like areas other than that, cricket has been going because of the streaming and everything on Willow has been a huge thing. So a lot of people have been watching cricket, so it kind of helps the youth talent grow. But and there's been a lot of academy that's been newly forming around multiple areas, which has been really helping USA cricket grow and the individual grow as a whole.
Yeah. And so US is a very diverse country, so I just want to know like how does that diversity like help influence the popularity of cricket?
I believe it's a very good thing that we're diverse. So it like we have a lot of other people. We have so that diversity kind of helps us differentiate people. It kind of helps. So each person, each and every person is different. So like their skills and everything kind of change. Based on like what they do or like what they're comfortable with doing. So I believe that has a lot of things to do with it too. And I believe having such a huge history on cricket, like USA hasn't been like a great nation, but the diversity and like the variety of people has just helped like people like American citizens understand like the value of cricket. Like the Indians here have played a huge impact, and they've tried to like try to sell the sports to the people as much as they can, try to explain to them, try to teach them a lot too.
So I know you've been talking about positives, but like, what's like some challenges like developing cricket here compared to like other cricketing nations like England, Australia, India?
I think compared to India, Australia, England, they've been a long a nation that's been playing a lot of cricket. They have a lot of fun. As you see, BCCI is a very rich team, so you could see like all of them have a lot of funds, but USA Cricket has had minimal funds, but they're slowly getting into it. And I believe with the minimal funds, they're using it to the maximum potential, and that they're trying as best as they can. Because the USA Cricket's very new to this World Cup and everything, so I believe that it takes time to adapt and assess and try to become soon in the future a dominant nation. Because I believe it just you can't just like India when they started out too in the 1983 World Cup, it was downfall until then, and then after that only did the board understand what was going on, and then I think there will be a time like that for USA too.
Right. And so like, how do you just think like you think like eventually in the future like USA cricket or the USA team could be like a team that like teams would other teams would like definitely watch out for?
Yes, I surely believe even this World Cup year, I believe that if all the games were held in USA would have qualified for semis. I thought that they were a very good team at home conditions. I think they used it perfectly this year. And going forward with so many youth talents like Utkarsh going at a very young age and making it to the men's squad, like all the youth talent, the peoples have more experience playing the bowlers now. I feel like USA have had that confidence after the World Cup with many other things, not just T20 World Cup. They've been doing in the ODI qualifiers too. Aaron Jones has been a big contributor to this. He's been performing really well and has inspired a lot of youth cricketers around the area. And so I believe that in the future, I believe very soon will USA become a dominant nation.
And so those are all the questions I have for you today. Is there like anything you want to say? Final.
There's nothing much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this. I really appreciate it, cricketers.
And I thank you for answering my questions. And I thank you guys for watching this interview. And stay tuned for more interviews coming soon.